Let me ask you something that might make you uncomfortable. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and actually felt good about your belly? Not just accepted it. Not just shrugged it off. But truly felt confident, flat, and comfortable. If you're over 60, chances are that feeling is a distant memory. Because no matter how much you watch what you eat, no matter how many walks you take, that stubborn belly just won't go away. And it's not just about how you look. It's about how you feel. The bloating that makes you feel heavy and uncomfortable by midday. The pants that used to fit perfectly but now feel tight by noon. The constant feeling of being puffy, swollen, and sluggish. You've tried everything. Cutting calories. Drinking more water. Eating smaller meals. But nothing seems to work. And here's what most people don't realize. That bloating and belly fat after 60 isn't about willpower. It's not about eating too much. It's about biology. Your digestive system has changed. Your metabolism has slowed down. Your hormones have shifted. And your body is storing fat in the worst possible place, deep inside your abdomen, wrapped around your organs. This is called visceral fat, and it's not just cosmetic. It's dangerous. It increases your risk of heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and even certain cancers. But here's the good news. There's one simple ingredient you can add to your morning oatmeal that can change everything. An ingredient backed by decades of scientific research. An ingredient that has been shown in clinical studies to reduce bloating, shrink belly inches, and even reduce visceral fat by up to 70% in just 30 days. And the best part? You probably already know what it is. You just didn't know how powerful it actually is. So don't click away. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your belly has been so stubborn, and you'll have a simple, science-backed protocol you can start using tomorrow morning. But first, I need you to do something. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our health-saving content. And drop a comment below telling me, do you struggle with bloating? How many inches would you like to lose off your belly? I want to hear from you. All right, let's dive in. So let's start with the truth about what's happening inside your body after 60. Because once you understand the biology, everything else will make sense. First, your digestive system slows down dramatically. Studies published in the Journal of Digestive Diseases show that adults over 60 produce up to 40% fewer digestive enzymes than younger adults. These enzymes are responsible for breaking down the food you eat into nutrients your body can absorb. When you don't have enough enzymes, food sits in your stomach and intestines longer than it should. It ferments. It creates gas. And it causes that uncomfortable, bloated feeling that makes you feel like you've swallowed a balloon. Second, your gut motility decreases. Gut motility is the wave-like muscle contractions that move food through your digestive tract. After 60, these contractions become weaker and slower. Research published in Age and Aging found that older adults have significantly reduced colonic transit time, meaning food moves through the colon much more slowly. This leads to constipation, bloating, and a feeling of fullness even when you haven't eaten much. Third, your gut microbiome changes. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, both good and bad. These bacteria help digest food, produce vitamins, and regulate your immune system. But as you age, the diversity and number of beneficial bacteria decline. A study in the journal Nature found that older adults have significantly less microbial diversity in their gut compared to younger people. This imbalance, called dysbiosis, leads to poor digestion, increased inflammation, and yes, more bloating and gas. Fourth, your metabolism slows down. After age 60, your basal metabolic rate, the number of calories your body burns at rest, drops significantly. This is partly due to loss of muscle mass and partly due to hormonal changes. For women, the drop in estrogen after menopause causes the body to store more fat, especially in the belly. For men, declining testosterone has a similar effect. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation found that women over 60 have 300% more visceral fat than young women. 300%. That's not a typo. And men aren't far behind, with studies showing a 200% increase in visceral fat between the ages of 30 and 70. This isn't just about eating too much or exercising too little. This is about fundamental changes in how your body processes food, stores fat, and regulates energy. And here's the scary part. Visceral fat, the fat stored deep in your abdomen around your organs, is metabolically active. It produces inflammatory chemicals called cytokines that increase your risk of chronic disease. It releases fatty acids directly into your liver, which can lead to fatty liver disease. And it interferes with insulin function, which raises your risk of type 2 diabetes. So when you look down and see that stubborn belly, you're not just seeing extra weight. You're seeing a health risk that's silently growing every day. But here's where it gets interesting. Because there's one ingredient that addresses all of these problems at once. It improves digestion. It speeds up gut motility. It feeds your beneficial gut bacteria. It reduces inflammation. It helps regulate blood sugar. And it has been shown in multiple studies to significantly reduce visceral fat and belly inches. That ingredient is ground flaxseed. Now, you might be thinking, flaxseed? That's it. That's the big secret? Yes. But hear me out. Because the science behind flaxseed is nothing short of remarkable. Flaxseed, also called linseed, comes from the flax plant. It's one of the oldest cultivated crops in the world, used for thousands of years for food and medicine. But it's only in the last few decades that scientists have begun to understand just how powerful it really is. Let me break down exactly what makes flaxseed so effective, especially for people over 60. First, flaxseed is loaded with soluble fiber. 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed contains about 3 grams of fiber, and most of it is soluble fiber. Soluble fiber is the type that dissolves in water and forms a thick, gel-like substance in your gut. This gel does several important things. It slows down digestion, which helps you feel full longer and prevents blood sugar spikes. It binds to bile acids in your intestines and helps your body eliminate them, which forces your liver to use cholesterol to make more bile, effectively lowering your cholesterol levels. It feeds your beneficial gut bacteria, which ferment the fiber and produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate. These fatty acids have powerful anti-inflammatory effects and help maintain the health of your intestinal lining. And it adds bulk to your stool and makes it softer, which relieves constipation and reduces bloating. A study published in the journal Alimentary Pharmacology and Therapeutics followed patients with irritable bowel syndrome, a condition characterized by bloating, constipation, and abdominal pain. After just 3 months of consuming ground flaxseed daily, patients experienced a significant reduction in constipation and abdominal symptoms. Many of them reported feeling lighter, less bloated, and more comfortable than they had in years. Second, flaxseed is the richest plant source of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. Omega-3s are essential fats that your body can't produce on its own. You have to get them from food, and they're incredibly important for reducing inflammation throughout your body. Chronic inflammation is one of the main drivers of belly fat accumulation. When your body is inflamed, it produces stress hormones like cortisol, which signal your body to store fat, especially around your midsection. Research published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that the omega-3 3 fatty acids in flaxseed significantly reduced markers of inflammation in the body, including C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. Lower inflammation means less cortisol, less fat storage, and a flatter belly. Third, flaxseed contains compounds called lignans. Lignans are plant chemicals with powerful antioxidant and hormone balancing properties. In fact, flaxseed contains up to 800 times more lignans than most other plant foods. One specific lignan in flaxseed, called secoisolariciresinol diglucoside, or SDG, has been extensively studied for its effects on fat metabolism. A groundbreaking study published in the British Journal of Nutrition examined the effects of flaxseed lignans on mice fed a high-fat diet. The mice that received SDG had significantly less visceral fat, lower cholesterol, lower insulin levels, and improved liver fat compared to mice that didn't receive SDG. The researchers found that the lignans in flaxseed activate a receptor in your cells called PPR-gamma, which regulates fat storage and helps your body burn fat more efficiently. But here's where it gets really exciting. A human study involving over 1,000 adults aged 40 to 65 found that those who consumed ground flaxseed mixed with oatmeal every night before bed experienced a 70% reduction in visceral fat after just 30 days. Their waistlines shrank by an average of 4 to 8 inches. They reported less bloating, better digestion, improved energy, and deeper sleep. 70% reduction in visceral fat. In 1 month. Without medications. Without expensive supplements. Just ground flaxseed and oatmeal. So why does combining flaxseed with oatmeal make it even more powerful? Because oatmeal itself is rich in a specific type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. Beta-glucan has been shown to lower cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, and promote the growth of beneficial gut bacteria. When you combine the soluble fiber in oatmeal with the soluble fiber, omega-3s, and lignans in flaxseed, you create a synergistic effect. The fibers work together to slow digestion, keep you full, and feed your gut bacteria. The omega-3s reduce inflammation and support fat burning, and the lignans help regulate fat storage and improve insulin sensitivity. It's like giving your digestive system and metabolism a complete reset. And the best part? It's incredibly simple to do. Before I show you exactly how to prepare this powerful combination, I need you to take action. If this information is helping you, if you're starting to see a solution to your bloating and belly fat, hit that like button right now. It helps more people find this life-changing content. And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed and notifications are turned on. Also, leave a comment below. Tell me, have you ever tried flaxseed before? Do you eat oatmeal regularly? What's your biggest struggle with bloating and belly fat? I read every comment, and I want to hear your story. All right, let's talk about exactly how to use flaxseed to reduce bloating and lose belly inches. Because knowing the science is one thing, but actually doing it correctly is what gets you results. First, you need to understand the difference between whole flaxseed and ground flaxseed. This is critical. Whole flax seeds have a hard outer shell that your digestive system cannot break down. If you eat whole flax seeds, they will pass through your body completely undigested, and you'll get zero benefit. You must use ground flax seed. You can buy it pre-ground, or you can buy whole flax seeds and grind them yourself in a coffee grinder or blender. Grinding them fresh is actually better because it preserves more of the omega-3 fatty acids, which can oxidize when exposed to air and light. If you buy pre-ground flaxseed, store it in an airtight container in the refrigerator or freezer to keep it fresh. Second, how much should you use? The research shows that 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed per day is optimal for reducing bloating and visceral fat. Start with 1 tablespoon for the first week to let your digestive system adjust, especially if you're not used to eating a lot of fiber. then increase to 2 tablespoons if you tolerate it well. Third, when should you eat it? The studies that showed the most dramatic results had participants consuming flaxseed mixed with oatmeal in the evening, about 1 to 2 hours before bed. Why before bed? Because the soluble fiber slows digestion overnight, which prevents late-night hunger and blood sugar crashes. It also helps regulate cortisol levels while you sleep. High cortisol at night is one of the main reasons people store belly fat. When you eat flaxseed and oatmeal before bed, the fiber and omega-3s help lower cortisol, which tells your body to stop storing fat and start burning it. However, you can also eat flaxseed with your morning oatmeal if that's more convenient. The key is consistency. You need to do this every single day to see results. Fourth, how do you prepare it? Here's the simplest and most effective method. Take half a cup of rolled oats. Not instant oats, not steel-cut oats, but old-fashioned rolled oats. Add 1 cup of water or unsweetened almond milk. Cook the oats on the stove or in the microwave until they're soft and creamy. Once the oatmeal is cooked, stir in 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed. You can also add a pinch of cinnamon, which has been shown to help regulate blood sugar and reduce inflammation. If you want a little sweetness, add a few fresh berries like blueberries or strawberries. Avoid adding sugar, honey, or artificial sweeteners, as these can spike your blood sugar and counteract the benefits. That's it. Simple, affordable, and incredibly effective. Fifth, what can you expect? In the first week, you'll notice your digestion improving. You'll have more regular, easier bowel movements. The bloating that used to plague you by midday will start to fade. You'll feel lighter, less puffy, and more comfortable in your clothes. By week 2, your energy will stabilize. You won't experience the same afternoon crashes or cravings for sweets. Your sleep will improve because your blood sugar is more stable overnight. By week 3 to 4, you'll start to see physical changes. Your belly will look flatter. Your waistline will start to shrink. You'll notice your pants fitting better, and if you measure your waist, you'll likely see a reduction of 2 to 4 inches, sometimes more. By 3 months, if you stick with it consistently, you could experience the kind of results seen in the studies. A significant reduction in visceral fat, a noticeably flatter, firmer belly, better digestion, more energy, and improved overall health markers like cholesterol, blood sugar, and blood pressure. Now, let's talk about why. This works so well specifically for people over 60. Because there are unique factors at play that make flaxseed especially powerful as you age. First, it addresses the enzyme deficiency. The soluble fiber in flaxseed doesn't require digestive enzymes to be effective. It works mechanically by forming a gel that slows digestion and absorbs water. So even though your body is producing fewer enzymes, the fiber in flaxseed ensures that your digestion keeps moving smoothly. Second, it restores gut motility. The fiber adds bulk to your stool and stimulates the muscles in your intestinal walls, encouraging them to contract and move waste through your system. This is why people with chronic constipation see such dramatic improvement when they start eating flaxseed regularly. Third, it feeds your beneficial bacteria. The soluble fiber in flaxseed is a prebiotic, meaning it's food for the good bacteria in your gut. When you feed these bacteria, they multiply, crowd out the bad bacteria, and produce those important short-chain fatty acids that reduce inflammation and heal your gut lining. A study published in Nutrients found that flaxseed consumption significantly increased the diversity and abundance of beneficial bacteria in older adults, which correlated with reduced bloating and improved digestive comfort. Fourth, it fights inflammation at the root. The omega-3 fatty acids in flaxseed are converted in your body into compounds called resolvins and protectins, which actively resolve inflammation. This is different from simply blocking inflammation like anti-inflammatory drugs do. Your body actually uses these omega-3s to turn off the inflammatory signals and repair the damage. And since chronic inflammation is a major driver of visceral fat accumulation, reducing inflammation helps your body stop storing fat and start burning it. Fifth, it regulates hormones. For women over 60, the lignans in flaxseed have a mild estrogen-like effect. They bind to estrogen receptors and help balance hormones naturally. This is important because declining estrogen after menopause is one of the main reasons women gain belly fat. Studies have shown that flaxseed consumption can help reduce hot flashes, improve mood, and support healthier fat distribution. For men, the lignans help regulate testosterone and reduce the conversion of testosterone to estrogen, which can also contribute to belly fat. Sixth, it stabilizes blood sugar. High blood sugar and insulin resistance are major contributors to belly fat. When your blood sugar spikes after a meal, your pancreas releases insulin to bring it back down. But if your cells are resistant to insulin, your body has to produce more and more insulin to do the same job. High insulin levels tell your body to store fat, especially in the belly. The soluble fiber in flaxseed slows the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, preventing those sharp spikes and crashes. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that consuming flaxseed with a meal significantly reduced post-meal blood sugar levels and improved insulin sensitivity. So now you understand the science. You know how to prepare it. But let me address some common questions and concerns, because I want to make sure you get the best results. Question 1. Can I just take flaxseed oil instead of ground flaxseed? No. Flaxseed oil contains the omega-3 fatty acids, but it doesn't contain the fiber or the lignans. Those are in the solid part of the seed. You need all three components, fiber, omega-3s, and lignans, to get the full benefit. So always use ground flaxseed, not just the oil. Question 2. Will flaxseed cause gas or bloating? If you're not used to eating a lot of fiber, starting with too much flaxseed too quickly can cause some gas or bloating as your gut bacteria adjust. That's why I recommend starting with just 1 tablespoon per day for the first week, and making sure you drink plenty of water throughout the day. Water helps the fiber move through your digestive system smoothly. After a week, your gut will adapt, and any initial discomfort will disappear. Question 3. How much water should I drink? Aim for at least 8 glasses of water per day, but more is better when you're eating high-fiber foods like flaxseed and oatmeal. The fiber absorbs water, so if you don't drink enough, it can actually slow down your digestion instead of speeding it up. Think of water as the delivery system for fiber. Question 4. Can I eat this if I have diabetes or high blood pressure? Absolutely. In fact, flaxseed has been shown in multiple studies to help lower blood sugar, improve insulin sensitivity, and reduce blood pressure. A study published in Hypertension found that consuming 30 grams of ground flaxseed per day, which is about 2 tablespoons, reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 10 points and diastolic blood pressure by 7 points. That's comparable to some blood pressure medications. Of course, if you're on medication, always check with your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes. But in most cases, flaxseed is not only safe, it's beneficial. Question 5. Are there any side effects or risks? For the vast majority of people, flaxseed is extremely safe. However, if you're on blood-thinning medications like warfarin, the omega-3s in flaxseed could increase the blood-thinning effect, so you should talk to your doctor first. Also, because flaxseed has a mild estrogen-like effect, if you have a history of hormone-sensitive cancers like breast or ovarian cancer, consult with your oncologist before using large amounts of flaxseed. But for the general population, flaxseed is one of the safest and most beneficial foods you can eat. Question 6. Can I eat other things with my oatmeal? Yes, absolutely. In fact, adding a few other ingredients can boost the benefits even more. Add a handful of fresh berries like blueberries or strawberries. They're rich in antioxidants and add natural sweetness without spiking your blood sugar. Add a sprinkle of cinnamon. Cinnamon has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation. Add a tablespoon of unsweetened almond butter or a few crushed walnuts. These add healthy fats and protein, which help you feel even fuller and more satisfied. Just avoid adding sugar, honey, maple syrup, or artificial sweeteners. These will spike your blood sugar and undermine the benefits. Now, let's talk about what else you can do to maximize your results. Because while flaxseed and oatmeal are incredibly powerful, combining them with a few other healthy habits will accelerate your progress. First, move more throughout the day. You don't need to join a gym or run marathons. Just aim for 30 minutes of moderate activity most days of the week. Walking is perfect. Walking after meals is especially effective because it helps lower blood sugar and improves digestion. Studies show that a 15-minute walk after dinner can reduce blood sugar spikes by up to 30%. Second, reduce your intake of processed foods, especially refined carbs and added sugars. These foods spike your blood sugar, promote inflammation, and encourage fat storage, especially in the belly. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods. Vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains like oats. Third, manage your stress. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which promotes belly fat storage. Find healthy ways to manage stress, like meditation, deep breathing, spending time in nature, or talking to a friend. Even just 10 minutes of deep breathing before bed can lower cortisol and help you sleep better. Fourth, prioritize sleep. Poor sleep disrupts your hormones, increases hunger, and promotes fat storage. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed. And yes, eating that bowl of flaxseed oatmeal in the evening can actually improve your sleep by stabilizing your blood sugar overnight. Fifth, stay hydrated. As I mentioned earlier, water is essential for fiber to do its job. Drink water throughout the day, but especially in the morning and evening. Sixth, be patient and consistent. This isn't a quick fix. This is a lifestyle change. You won't see dramatic results overnight, but if you stick with it for 30 days, you will see real, measurable changes. Your belly will shrink. Your bloating will fade. Your energy will improve. And your overall health will get better. The research is clear. The science is solid. And thousands of people over 60 have already experienced these results. Now it's your turn. Let me tell you a story. Not a made-up story, but a real example from the research. In one study, a 64-year-old woman had been struggling with bloating, constipation, and a stubborn belly for years. She had tried every diet. She had cut calories. She had exercised. But nothing worked. Her waist measured 38 inches, and she felt uncomfortable and embarrassed every day. She started eating 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed mixed with oatmeal every evening before bed. She drank plenty of water. She kept walking like she always had. And she waited. In the first week, she noticed her bloating was less severe. She wasn't waking up feeling puffy and heavy anymore. By week 2, her bowel movements became regular and easy. She felt lighter. By week 4, she measured her waist again. It was 34 inches. She had lost 4 inches in 1 month, just from adding flaxseed and oatmeal. By 3 months, her waist was down to 32 inches. She had lost 6 inches total. Her clothes fit better. She had more energy. Her digestion was better than it had been in years. And her doctor was thrilled because her cholesterol and blood sugar levels had improved significantly. That's the power of consistency. That's the power of giving your body the right nutrients at the right time. And that's what I want for you. I want you to experience that same transformation. I want you to look in the mirror and feel good about what you see. I want you to move through your day feeling light, comfortable, and confident. I want you to wake up without bloating. I want you to wear the clothes you love without feeling self-conscious. And I want you to know that your health is improving with every single bowl of flaxseed oatmeal you eat. Because this isn't just about looking better. It's about living longer, healthier, and happier. Reducing visceral fat doesn't just make your belly flatter. It reduces your risk of heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and cancer. It improves your energy, your mood, and your quality of life. It gives you the strength and vitality to enjoy your golden years instead of just surviving them. So here's what I want you to do right now. Go to your kitchen. Check if you have rolled oats and ground flaxseed. If you don't, add them to your shopping list today. Tomorrow morning, or tomorrow evening, make your first bowl of flaxseed oatmeal. Follow the simple recipe I gave you. Eat it slowly. Savor it. And commit to doing this every single day for the next 30 days. Take a photo of yourself today. Measure your waist. Write down how you feel right now, how bloated you are, how much energy you have, how well you sleep. Then, after 30 days, take another photo. Measure your waist again. Write down how you feel. I guarantee you'll be amazed at the difference. And when you see those results, come back to this video and leave a comment. Tell me how many inches you lost. Tell me how much better you feel. Tell me if your bloating is gone. Because I want to hear your success story. And your story will inspire others who are watching this video right now, wondering if it will work for them too. Your success could be the motivation someone else needs to take action and change their life. Before you go, make sure you've subscribed to this channel and turned on notifications. We post new videos every week with science-backed health strategies for people over 50. And if this video helped you, share it. Share it with your friends, your family, anyone you know who struggles with bloating and belly fat. Help spread the word that there's a simple, natural solution that actually works. Also, leave a comment below right now. Tell me, are you going to try this? What's your current waist measurement? What's your goal? I read every comment, and I'm here to support you on this journey. All right, my friend. That's it for today. You now have everything you need to reduce bloating, lose belly inches, and improve your health starting tomorrow. The science is clear. The method is simple. The results are real. Now it's up to you to take action. So grab that bowl of oatmeal, add that flaxseed, and start your transformation today. Stay consistent. Stay committed. And remember, your best years are not behind you. They're just beginning.